Welcome to the Art of Moving Boxes. In this series, we're going to talk about the real reasons warehouse implementations fail. Not the polished version, not the project plan version, but what actually shows up inside the operation. These lessons come from real warehouse work, real WMS implementations, and real leadership pressure on the floor. Let's get into it and see why. Most implementation failures don't start at go live. They don't start during testing or even during design. They start much earlier with a single quiet decision. They start with the first green lie. This lie isn't a massive conspiracy. It's usually just a small adjustment to a status report. It's the moment when someone knows something isn't ready, but they report it as ready anyway. In the world of WMS implementations, the green lie is the ultimate project killer. It's the gap between what the leadership sees on a slide deck and what the operations team sees on the warehouse floor. It's important to understand the first green lie is rarely malicious. It's almost never an attempt to sabotage the project. In fact, it usually comes from a place of wanting to help. Nobody wants to be the person who breaks the momentum. Nobody wants to be the reason for a delay or an extra expense. So we convince ourselves that we'll catch up. You've heard the phrases before, we'll have it done next week. The issue isn't that serious. Training is basically complete. These are the seeds of failure. Testing is mostly finished. We'll catch that during UAT. Every time we use these phrases to hide a risk, we are building our project on a foundation of sand. Let's look at how it actually happens. A developer is 90% done with a critical interface. The deadline is tomorrow. They think, I'll finish the last 10% tonight, so they report it as green. But that night, they find a bug, or the server goes down, or they just get tired. Now, the project plan says that task is done, but in reality, it's still hanging. That is the first green lie. The pressure to report green is immense. In many corporate cultures, reporting red is seen as a failure of leadership, rather than a necessary communication of risk. When the culture doesn't allow for honest struggle, people will hide the struggle until it's too late to fix it. We prioritize the appearance of progress over actual readiness. Once the first lie is accepted, the drift begins. Because task A is done, task B starts. But task B depends on task A being truly complete. Now, task B is built on a flaw. This creates a chain reaction. Within weeks, the entire project schedule is a work of fiction. The leadership is making critical go-live decisions based on a reality that doesn't exist. While the dashboards in the boardroom are glowing green, the mood on the warehouse floor is very different. The supervisors and the operators know the system isn't ready. They see the gaps in training. They see the data errors. They see the glitches that haven't been resolved. This is where the trust begins to break down. Key point one, the first lie is always small. It's never a total fabrication. It's just an optimistic interpretation of the facts. But that optimism is toxic. Toxic optimism is the belief that things will just work out at the end without addressing the underlying risks. It feels good in the meeting, but it hurts at go live. When you ignore the small red flags today, you are essentially scheduling a massive failure for your go live weekend. The warehouse floor is where those chickens come home to roost. Key point two, the lie gets repeated and amplified. In large organizations, reporting is an echo chamber. A small lie at the bottom becomes an absolute truth at the top. Key point three, people stop trusting the reporting. When the reports don't match reality, the people doing the work stop caring about the reports. They check out. Key point four, the warehouse always exposes the truth. You can lie to a dashboard. You can lie to a director, but you cannot lie to a pallet. You cannot lie to a truck. The physical reality of the warehouse is the ultimate filter. If the code isn't right, the boxes don't move. It's that simple. Go live is the moment where the lie meets the logistics. When that happens, the green status on your slide deck doesn't matter. What matters is the missed shipments, the angry customers, and the chaos on the dock. The warehouse always wins. The cost of the first green lie is massive. It's the cost of the emergency consultants you have to hire at the last minute. It's the cost of the overtime for your exhausted floor staff. It's the cost of the brand damage when you fail to deliver. But the biggest cost is the burnout. Good people leave organizations that prefer comfortable lies over difficult truths. Leadership has to take accountability for the culture of the green lie. If you punish red reporting, you are essentially demanding green lies. It's a choice you make. You have to create an environment where it is safe to report a risk. A red status isn't a failure. It's an opportunity to reallocate resources and fix the problem before it becomes a disaster. Real leadership means walking the floor. It means talking to the people who are actually using the system. It means being willing to hear no when you want to hear yes. When you reward truth-telling, you build a resilient project team. You build a team that can actually handle the inevitable surprises of a complex WMS rollout. So how do we fix it? How do we stop the first green lie? It starts with radical transparency. It starts with questioning the green status as much as you question the red. Don't just look at the dashboard. Look at the data. Ask for evidence of completion. If training is 100% complete, show me the assessment scores. If testing is done, show me the bug logs. Every project gets into trouble. That is normal. That is expected. The difference between successful projects and failed projects is whether people tell the truth when that trouble appears. Successful projects are the ones where the team feels safe enough to be honest. They are the ones where the truth is valued more than a comfortable slide deck. The warehouse doesn't need perfect reporting. It needs honest reporting. Because at the end of the day, when the trucks are lined up and the orders are flowing, the reporting doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is reality. Focus on the truth, protect your people, and the warehouse will follow. Because the warehouse never lies, never. When you build your project on truth, you build it for success. You create an operation that can handle the volume and the complexity of the modern supply chain. That is the art of moving boxes. That is the goal of every implementation. To reach a state where the reality of the floor matches the vision of the leadership. Thank you for watching. If you found this content useful, interesting, or engaging, please subscribe to the Art of Moving Boxes YouTube channel below. And make sure to join the Art of Moving Boxes LinkedIn group on LinkedIn. That is where we continue the conversation around real warehouse operations, WMS implementations, supply chain execution, and leadership lessons from the floor. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe below, join us on LinkedIn, and I'll see you in the next video.